Salut à tous, alors aujourd'hui on se retrouve sur une petite vidéo détente explicative sur NBA 2K16. Donc cette vidéo devrait sortir en même temps que celle de Lucas. Donc je vais jouer un peu à NBA en vous expliquant ce qui va arriver sur la chaîne, tout ce qu'il pourra avoir, les let's play déjà que j'ai en tête, et en même temps je vais jouer un peu. Donc allez, on y va. J'essaie de me concentrer un peu, du coup moi je joue les Pistons sur en bleu contre Portland sur en blanc. Vous poussez vous reconnaître un peu. Donc je sais que Lucas va faire un let's play sur symétrie, moi je vais faire un let's play sûrement sur Game Trail et Sheltered. Sur des sites de police aussi. Je vais éviter de trop parler parce que sinon je vais me faire maltraiter. J'ai fait une bonne défense mais je me suis fait quand même baiser. Donc sur cette chaîne vous pourrez trouver principalement du gaming. De toute façon c'est notre première vidéo, donc si la qualité est un peu médiocre c'est normal, hein, c'est notre première vidéo. Vous trouverez aussi des vidéos coop sur des jeux comme Petite ou The Crew, c'est des jeux auxquels on joue beaucoup en ce moment. Et on aura aussi comme projet de faire des courts-métrages ou peut-être de la musique, ou putain faut que j'arrête de parler. Allez. Et en plus ça monte avec la faute, bien sûr. Allez. Ah les gros. Faut savoir que dans le jeu, plus votre perso est grand et massif, plus vous n'arriverez pas à faire des lancers francs. Et si vous voulez savoir en quelle difficulté je joue en la difficulté la plus haute du jeu, c'est-à-dire la Hall of Fame.
He is a determined finisher. Did he just go chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam? Fires the three.
Ça passe. Ça passe pas. Mais ça va. Allez, 3 points, qu'est-ce qu'il y a maintenant? Je ferai peut-être aussi la carrière sur NBA 2K16. Oh là là.
Necessarily better shooting, it was probably better shot selection.
And I think the scheme played to his strengths. Lots of ball movement, penetration, kicking out to open spot up shooters.
Et je viens pas de comprendre ce qui s'est passé. Ça a dû, on va dire sur quelqu'un. Donc sur Game Trail, je ferai un petit let's play parce que le jeu ne dure pas très longtemps. Sur Shelter, je ne sais pas. Les sites de police non plus, je ne sais pas parce que ce sont des jeux dont je ne suis jamais arrivé au bout ou alors même je sais qu'ils prennent beaucoup de temps à finir. Symétrie non plus, je ne sais alors absolument pas du tout parce que j'ai dû jouer peut-être une quinzaine de minutes. Et sur NBA, je fais peut-être quelques saisons parce que je vais pas faire vraiment 10 saisons parce que sinon ça va prendre... Comment ça contre les gars, là, me tuer les darbies quoi. Oh là 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 là.
And now Portland on the break. Here's Henderson. And the shot no good, a bit short. Detroit's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Johnson, finish.
Oh là 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 là.
Oh maestro, he is so good.
Voilà, je me suis un peu réveillé hein, parce que là c'était un peu la crise, j'avouerai.
Jennings against Lillard. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Well, last season the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you know, they were spoiled for a while there. How about going to the playoffs for 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch here of late. But
le problème avec les Pistons et quelques jeux, c'est qu'ils n'ont pas vraiment de bons shooters. C'est pas les Golden State Warriors quoi.
And Lillard kicks to Henderson. Back to Lillard. And it's going to be 2 free throws.
Comment ça, il y a faute? Enculé d'arbitre. C'est vraiment nos premières vidéos, donc ça va pas voler très haut niveau qualité, mais bon.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in.
Oh là 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 là, ça c'était beau.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Caldwell.
De toute façon, je vous préviens tout de suite, les vidéos en solo seront beaucoup moins divertissantes que les vidéos en coop. Parce que quand on est en coop, on peut vraiment bien s'amuser et faire des bonnes vidéos, mais quand on est tout seul, ça va pas voler bien haut, moi je vous le dis.
Now here's McCollum. Here's Leonard. Good work defensively by Morris.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door
Oh
and
là
just
là
allow
là là.
him to cruise in for a layup.
Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And guys, I think
Comment ça, il y a
each
faute,
team
il m'a
knows they can
bousculé.
win this game.
Il a joué
Just
des
a
épaules et
matter of
c'était
who
petit,
can
c'est
catch
petit,
that
c'est
momentum.
petit.
And really,
J'avais lui
these are
casser les
some
deux
of the
genoux.
toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the
Allez.
lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up. Fantastic ball movement there.
Voilà, on joue la
picking them
défensive.
apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Lillard. That is
Ah,
good.
fils de pute.
Lillard's got 10.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Ah, je suis
Took
dégoûté.
on the big guy.
Bon.
And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian
Excusez-moi, mais je vais faire une petite ellipse. Désolé pour cette petite ellipse.
Stoic demeanor
Allez.
on the floor.
Oh,
I was taught to, never.
oui, on s'en fout, ta vie est inintéressante.
Probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
I think that would be accurate. I mean,
Par exemple, là, si je fais ma carrière sur NBA, donc on va commencer en ligue, la ligue des lycées. Après la saison des lycées, on va aller en universitaire. Et après l'universitaire, ça sera la NBA. Il y aura l'année de rookie, et après ça sera plusieurs saisons de NBA. Oh là là, ce que je viens de me prendre. Donc je sais pas si je la ferai parce que ça veut dire que ça me prendrait beaucoup de temps.
Yeah, and it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the
Allez.
second quarter gets going.
On me la fait pas, moi.
On the court for the Pistons.
Allez, voilà.
There with Jody Meeks. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Ilyasova in at the 4-man position. Morris has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trailblazers had to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team and injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for Detroit. And Portland with a change here, too. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Leonard. Lillard outside for the 3. Morris with the rebound.
And with the Blazers and injuries, even when they fought through pain, guys weren't at 100%. Aldridge wasn't quite the same with his hand injury.
Lillard against Jennings. It's deflected.
Voilà, les dégâts d'ici, not in my house.
And here's the break. Moving it up. Here's Ilyasova. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And losing Matthews for the season was huge too, guys. I mean, every team goes through
Mon
injury
Dieu que c'est un beau
woes
gosse.
and bumps during the course of the season, but the Blazers just seem to be, at least in the last half dozen years or so, hit very
Oh là
hard
là.
every year. Boy, they keep hammering away at them
Attendez,
inside.
excusez-moi. Excusez-moi pour encore cette ellipse, c'est vrai, il y en a eu beaucoup des ellipses. Hein. Allez, on
And
reprend.
Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Outside Jackson. It's back to Jennings. Ilyasova, screen on Lillard. Baines passes to Jackson. Feeds to Baines. Unloads from 9.
Allez,
Shot's
voilà,
good. Jennings
avec la
making the
raquette,
play.
avec la planche.
Baines has got his first points of the game.
Qu'est-ce que je dis avec la raquette? Avec la planche, c'est...
Trailblazers trail by 4.
Ah, time out.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
and you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. I was
Moi
able
aussi, ils
to
ont
hear
des
the
grands
advice
rouges de
Terry
2
Stotts
mètres.
gave to his team during that last break. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Lillard. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. He said also that their
Allez,
offense needs
dingue.
to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And that one's good by Henderson.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Oh là 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 là. Oh là 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 là.
Is what you get, a solid player, good athleticism, but he doesn't really specialize, Clark, in any one thing.
Well said, Kevin. Right on the mark with that. He came into the league as a jack-of-all-trades kind of guy. Skills were somewhat unrefined. That's sort of where he is today. He is who he is.
Oh là 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 là. Là, ce que je leur mets.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight. A slight advantage for them in the rebound department. But that
Oh là 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 là. Tous les allées que je mets.
Scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Trailblazers trail by 8.
And going back to Henderson, he has the raw tools and intelligence to be a good scorer, but with limited range
Comment ça, y a
and ball handling
faute?
skills have put a cap on his development. Plus, he kind of lacks a
Veux qu'on
go-to
se tape l'arbitre?
scorer's mentality.
Detroit making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Chris Kamen's checked in for Plumlee. Davis comes
He's
in
dead,
for Noah
dude.
Vonleh, and it's Aminu in for Damian Lillard. McCollum now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
And of course, Gerald Henderson Jr.
Ah putain de merde, ce que je leur mets. Ah, je me sens vivant. Donc vous saurez surtout beaucoup de vidéos sur NBA parce que j'adore ce jeu, mais aussi beaucoup de jeux de stratégie ou alors des jeux qu'on a fait comme tout particulièrement pardon avec Lucas.
And it's Detroit the other way. Down low. And Caldwell
Oh là 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 là, ce
and
massacre.
it's a 10-point Piston lead.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Davis sets a screen. Dishes to Henderson. McCollum kicks to Henderson. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Aminu. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. McCollum, no good.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the
Oh,
floor.
je me suis foiré.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Portland, they have gone
Mais il n'y a
3
pas
of 4
faute
at the
et un
free throw
pied
line
d'arbitre.
tonight.
Voilà, fais ton.
And he can't
Voilà,
get
en
the
plus
first
tu dans ton lancer franc.
and he sinks the
Fils de
second.
pute.
Here's Johnson, and it is flushed down.
Oh
with a
là
nice
là
jam.
là 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 là.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants
Allez,
to.
mi-temps.
For the first
Oh.
half. Pistons.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
On va passer les cinématiques, hein.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. We've got Henderson.
Oh, le fils de pute, il a tapé dans ça, a tapé sur la planche, ça avait remis dans ses bras. Oh là là. Voilà, petit pressage à deux. Il a joué un peu comme une bite là.
A really good way to get your first points of the half with a rugged play on the backboard.
That one goes. Count. Ilyasova's got 6 points.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Lillard, the pass to Aminu. He feeds it to Davis. Davis setting the pick for Henderson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Je trouve que l'arbitre ça a vendu un peu. Oh, c'est un peu un vendu l'arbitre. Allez. Oh c'est passé. Oh là 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 c'est passé. Et en plus c'est la faute. Et en plus c'est excellent.
Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too. And guys, you know, Cantavius called this guy screams potential at you. I mean, perfect size and length and speed for a 2-guard. He plays both ends. Right now, it's all about consistency for him.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Terry Stotts as he addressed his team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Lillard. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. It's Jackson with the drive. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson.
Ça passe en
Jackson's got
plus.
5 assists tonight. On the topic of Caldwell Pope, he's the kind of guy who needs a year to feel his way around. In college, Greg, you may recall he showed dramatic improvement between years 1 and 2. The same thing has been true in the pros.
Yeah, and he has everything going for him. I mean, excellent outside shot, tremendous defensive tools. He just needs to add some strength and stay
Oh, en plus ça passe.
to reach the next level.
Oh là 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 là.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Sur les NBA, je la joue beaucoup plus défensive que ou alors attaque rapide. Parce que si on commence à s'éterniser sur des attaques, après c'est un peu la merde. Mais je suis un bon défenseur. Machada, j'avoue.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. A different look here for Detroit. Morris is checked in for Johnson. And it's Jody Meeks in for Cantavius.
Voilà, les passages en force, c'est le nom d'abord.
Plumlee comes in for Mason Plumlee. And McCollum subbed in for Gerald Henderson. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard. And it's 6 points for C.J. McCollum.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Right side Jackson. The feed to Meeks. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Meeks got 6 points.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Ah, en plus ça passe, je suis dégoûté.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within
passe.
striking range.
Ça
I mean,
passe.
the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us big. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. And then for the Trailblazers, Chris Kaman is checked in for Noah Vonleh. And it's Leonard in for Ed Davis. Lillard attacking. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
And the
Oh,
basket
ça
by
passe.
Jackson.
Oh, le petit spin
And now a
move.
10-point Piston lead.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is
Allez,
getting the points
ça
on the
passe.
board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Here's Kamen. Detroit with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Pass break Detroit. Morris with the ball. And Meeks kicks to Morris. From deep,
Ça passe.
Ilyasova.
Ça passe pas, je suis dégoûté. Et merde.
Here's Aminu. And it's
Wow,
good.
ça passe en
Assisting on the
plus.
play was Lillard. Lillard's got 5 assists in the game.
Bon,
And
allez,
that does
dernière
it for the third
période.
quarter. Both teams clicking up.
Après, j'arrêterai la petite vidéo. De toute façon, c'était pas la meilleure vidéo qu'il va avoir. Mais bon, c'était une petite vidéo explicative pour vous dire ce qui allait se passer prochainement. Une petite vidéo détente. J'ai pas beaucoup parlé. C'était pas de très bonne qualité. Mais écoutez, on s'amuse.
Pistons leading by 8.
De toute façon, la qualité va s'améliorer avec le temps.
Pope in the backcourt. Andre Drummond is out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Here's Aminu.
One thing about Ed Davis, guys, he has the physical tools to succeed. The agility of a gazelle and the wingspan of a condor.
En plus, ça passe pas. Allez, suce ma bite.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
And, well, Detroit shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable. You know, Greg, getting back to Ed Davis, his abilities go beyond physical attributes, strong intangibles. Roy Williams always used to talk about him like this, high basketball IQ.
Yeah, second-generation NBA player. His father, Terry, played a long time. He's humble, he's hungry, and motivated. So a lot of key characteristics, I think, in the success of most players he displays here early in his career.
Caldwell Pope passes to Jennings. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Here's Drummond.
Ça passe.
And
Ah, ça passe, oui.
that time before
J'ai
dropping in.
flippé pendant au moins 10 secondes. Mon cœur s'est arrêté.
The Trailblazer shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, hard to believe when you look at this guy out
Ah,
there.
je suis dégoûté.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Terry Stotts gave to his team during that last break. He talked about their problems at the free throw line, but tried not to make too big a deal out of it. He said, listen, if we keep getting to the line, the ball will start going through the net. The important thing is, keep getting there. Maybe that'll take a little pressure off them, guys.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Baines.
Ça
Pulls up.
passe. Ça passe pas.
Here's Drummond.
Là, ça
Laid in with
passe.
a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
Here's Lillard. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Fellas, that's been a go-to shot for them today.
Yeah, and they found that sweet spot in the defense. And it's right between the paint and the three-point line. And boy, have they been rock solid.
Here's Aminu, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Ça, il remonte, il
That's another
remonte.
assist for a team
Pas que me
that
fasse
is putting
de
on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're
Ça
not
passe.
forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one.
Allez, y'a faute, nique ta mère. Dans ta maman. Par contre, j'ai Andre Drummond, ça va être chaud.
That free
Ça
throw
va être chaud.
missing.
Effectivement.
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some
passe.
teams had made a huge
Putain, mais pourquoi il y a que des gros aussi dans les Pistons? J'ai rien contre Andre Drummond, mais
Coach
c'est
is
chaud à un
liking
moment.
what
Hein.
he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling
C'est
it
pour ça
up
qu'il
with
remporte
ease,
plus de titres.
executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive. And you know what? He's just not
Bon,
on
bon, en
his
plus,
game.
il l'a compris, fils de
The
pute.
deficit isn't totally on him,
Allez, voilà.
but he has not been an asset for his team.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Pistons. Here is Ilyasova. Drummond dishes to Johnson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot.
Allez,
They'll
encore un
shoot
petit lancer franc. Ah, là, normalement, j'ai mieux réussir.
They've been ineffective
Voilà.
in this one, just no slowing down.
Tout de suite, on est moins
He's
gros.
got 8 points and 5 assists.
two. Free
Voilà.
throws, good for Johnson. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Johnson against Lillard. Here's the teardrop. He takes it up and lays it in. Lillard's got 20 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Fais un
Those are the
marché.
kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Now, here's Aminu, who's guarded by Johnson. And the basket.
Oh là 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 là.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far
Ça passe, allez.
That was good.
perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
Not only perfect execution, how about perfect timing, too?
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're down by 3. There's a minute
Du coup, je sais pas du
47
tout
left
quelle
in the fourth quarter of
durée
this
aura
one.
la vidéo. Je regarde pas l'heure. Je pense que ça aura duré 40 minutes. À peu près, peut-être un peu moins, peut-être un peu plus.
There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Davis. To the right side. Lillard against Johnson. And it's
Allez.
set back by Drummond. One-on-one fast break. Here's Jennings. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Allez.
Now it's a 5-point Piston lead.
Oh là là, c'est quoi cette caméra là qui rentre dans les paniers?
Now a timeout called by Portland. They trail by 5. 1:29 left in the fourth. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Lillard attacking. It's tipped. And here's Jennings, the fast break opportunity. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Lillard outside. In the corner, Henderson with it. Shoots it up. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Henderson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Jennings kicks to Ilyasova.
Ça passe.
And Detroit
Ça
again
passe.
with the bucket.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining. And that's exactly what we're getting.
Here's Lillard, and Brandon Jennings gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Nails it!
Unbelievable basket.
Il reste 30 secondes. Allez, 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 allez.
To be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He's going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They trail by 5. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
And the important thing about the foul is who you foul. They don't want to send a top-notch free thrower to the line if they can avoid it.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. He hits the first one,
Allez.
and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
The free throws go down and the lead goes up.
15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Nobody near
Il l'avait
Lillard.
pas.
Portland no good that time
Il
either.
l'a pas vu.
Here's Caldwell Pope.
Je la mets. Je la mets. Ah, je la mets pas.
From Lillard.
Bon, bah,
And
c'est
so
la
the
fin.
Pistons take the win. Probably
Donc,
a little closer than they would have liked it.
Voilà, moi je vous dis à plus. Donc, il y aura probablement dans les trucs qui vont bientôt arriver.
The 2K Sports.
Donc, moi je pense que je vais commencer un let's play sur des sites de police. Je sais que
And Ernie
Lucas va faire
Johnson
un
here
let's play
again
sur
with Shaquille
Symétrie.
O'Neal and Kenny
Donc,
Smith. Let's
moi je
take
vous
a
dis à
look at our
plus.
Jordan player.